Holy cow. All right, guys, I'm looking at this picture, and if you look at the right side of the door, there's a man standing there. Oh, and it moves. Holy cow. Hold on. That's creepy. That's super creepy. Is it a reflection? Okay, yeah, so on the right side of the door, as the gang's walking in, you can see a guy, and he's moving. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to COSMIG Culture, the channel where we talk about all major movie and television news, theories, breakdowns, and much, much more. Finally, some more Stranger Things updates. This time we're getting another teaser recap trailer, as the first half of it is old footage, but then the last half we get very rapid glimpses of the team, of the cast, the members who have been carrying the season so far, and one or two few things that we can look at here. So of course we're going to go over the trailer, do a little breakdown, but also we got the year, not the release date, but the year when the movie will be coming out. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our daily updates on all major movie and television news. Also comment down below and let me know how excited you are that we are finally getting the train rolling for season 4 of Stranger Things, or if maybe now you're over it. And I'm going to talk about that in just a second, because I'm actually reading in the comment sections on the videos I'm posting about Stranger Things and on other posts about Stranger Things, and I see a good majority of people who I believe were fans, that's probably why they're following these accounts, are now losing their taste a little bit for Stranger Things. And I'm curious whether or not that's just people being haters like normal on the internet, or if a lot of you guys genuinely have lost a little bit of interest in this season, or in the franchise just completely. So let me know your thoughts down below. Let's jump into this new trailer trying to hype up season 4. It starts off with what the last little teaser was, called 11, Are You Listening? And it starts at the very ending of that. We see 11's eyes again, and then we move straight into some old clips from old seasons. So we see all of these old clips coming from different parts. They're really rapid fire clips. They are spanning through season 1 all the way through season 3, showing some of the big bads, the moment when all of the characters would first come in contact with these big bads from the upside down. You see Hopper down in the hole. You see some of the kids looking up in the sky. So those are cool little moments, really awesome flashes. It isn't until 19 seconds in that we get our first new footage, and it is a grandfather clock. No other context, no other really anything to take away from it. Personally, I'm not sure what the connection to this is in the future of the season and what importance it's going to play. Potentially, if I had to guess, I could say it has something to do with Hopper's backstory. He himself, the actor David Harbour, said that there is a very important inclusion in the season talking about the boxes in his basement, specifically Dad, Vietnam, and New York. So potentially this is something in his basement, and the location is going to be just as important as the stuff that is in it. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. Hopefully we get some more information in some upcoming trailers with some more new footage. We then get the announcement in 2022, which is when we will be getting season 4. It was unsure. A lot of people were hoping it would be coming out the latter half of this year, but since they're still filming, then they have reshoots, more promotions to go on. I'm not surprised it's in 2022. I'm actually happy to see it's not in 2023, because we'd really be pushing it then. And the cast is getting older, and you see that actually in this trailer, especially compared to the old clips. We see some of these clips of the first season, and then looking at Millie Bobby Brown now, who actually shows up in the next clip, she looks like a completely different person because she's growing up, and all of the gang they're all growing up, and I don't know how much that's going to affect the story. I'm not sure how many years in advance they are at this point, because, Hopper's been teleported to a different world, and Joyce moved, and it doesn't really make it clear what year this is just yet, but they are all growing up, just a thing of nature. So hopefully we can speed things up with the final season 5, and it doesn't really have too much of a disruption from the age of the kids. You can see in this picture she's obviously being held by 2 CIA, FBI, doesn't really matter, agents. They don't look Russian, so probably American agents. And you have to wonder what exactly is going on in Eleven's life, especially after losing who's essentially her dad, and whatever else is going on with the Upside Down, because we know it's not over just yet. The next clip shows us characters walking into an old, rickety house, and I'm trying to figure out necessarily who they are. It's kind of hard to tell, but then in the next clip, we actually do find out who these people are, because we see exactly their hairstyles and everything. So this is actually Nancy walking in, and behind it's one of the members of the gang, and all of the normal people are there. And we'll talk about who they are and where they are in just a second. But if you look, everything going on around them, this all seems to match the grandfather clock. So I don't know if maybe this house belongs potentially to... Holy cow. All right, guys, I'm looking at this picture, and if you look at the right side of the door, there's a man standing there. Oh, and it moves. Holy cow, hold on. That's creepy. That's super creepy. Is it a reflection? Okay, yeah, so on the right side of the door, as the gang's walking in, you can see a guy, and he's moving. Okay, I don't like that. But in the next clip, you can see who is there. It's Lucas, it's Nancy, it's Steve, it's Mike, it's Max, Dustin. You don't see 11, you don't see Will, so I'm not exactly sure where they are. We did see Millie Bobby Brown's character getting carried away by the agent, so maybe she got taken to a different place. And overall, the whole team is here. I think maybe there is a portal in this very creepy mansion with scary people standing in the front doorway, and there might be a portal to the Upside Down. They might be looking for Hopper. Maybe it's an old home of his where the boxes are. Hard to say. There's not a lot of context for it, but the majority of this little teaser has had, the new footage has had this little house and mansion in it. That's 3 scenes now. Obviously some creepy stuff is going on in it, as we saw the scary figure in the back right corner. But I'm super excited to see what this is about, and these scenes are probably really, really cool. We then get a really cool new first look at Hopper, who is still bald and has a flame torch and a jacket that's been beaten up. I presume this is his escape from Russia. Obviously nobody else knows what's going on with him right now. We didn't even know until they gave us that little teaser. So they might be looking for Hopper in the Upside Down, not realizing he's actually out and trying to escape with his life in Russia. This does not, however, look like he's in the mansion, so a different scene in a different place for Hopper. We then get some new cheerleaders in some new costumes that we haven't seen before. We see Steve is underwater, and we see 11 is in a facility with her head shaved. And at first glance, I thought this was probably just a flashback like the 11 Can You Hear Me? However, it looks like she's a little older. Now, it's possible that they just had to record this flashback, and for that she looks older. However, if this is the case that she didn't, it means the agents who caught her actually brought her back to the laboratory, and she was captured yet again, maybe insinuating that Papa's still alive, and that we're going to get to see some crazy stuff with 11 as she probably attempts to break out, save her life, save other people in the facility, and of course the gang's going to do the best they can to give a helping hand as well. And that pretty much ends the trailer for us. We see the kids riding their bikes and some Dungeons & Dragons game being played. But as far as new footage, we did get a little bit here. Maybe not enough to scratch the itch we all have for Stranger Things, but the few scenes we did get were exciting. The little scare in the corner of that one, I genuinely saw it while I was recording. It's gotten me a little excited for maybe a little bit more of the horror jump scare aspect in the series, which I think is going to have to do to keep it lively and exciting. So maybe anticipate that a little bit if that's not something you like. Or if it's something you can get into, that'll be an exciting little addition, as the first 3 seasons maybe had 2 or 3 jump scares total, but not a lot. And little things like that, like somebody moving in the background, definitely set a little bit of a thriller and kind of a scary vibe, which is a lot of fun as well. It's good to see Hopper still alive and going at it with a flamethrower, doing his best to survive, and that we finally have the release date in 2022 for what is going to be an awesome 4th season. Again, I want to know what you guys think about, overall genuine excitement for this season and for this franchise. Because the pandemic definitely screwed over a little bit the aging of the kids, how long we've had to wait for the next season, which generally loses a lot of excitements as well. That happened with Black Widow. A lot of people just didn't even care anymore. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you noticed in this trailer or your thoughts and theories. Can't wait to chat with you all in the comment section down below. As always, thank you to everybody who watched to the very end of the video. Consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one right here on Cosmic Culture.